Hey everyone, we have our next unit for PE, which is circus. So we've just finished with dance and now we are moving on to circus. And what we're going to be doing in this unit is creating some of our own equipment that we can use for doing a circus unit at home. So when we do circus or any other unit at school that does require equipment, we have it. We have it at school, we've got it in the storeroom, and it's not a worry at all. But while we're at home, to be doing these kinds of things and using equipment that we need for this unit, we have to find it around our house and create them with what we've got. So for the very first start of circus, we're going to be creating one or two really important pieces of equipment for any circus performer or any clown, and they are going to be our very own juggling balls. And I've got a couple of options here for you depending on what you've got at home. So these ones I've just created today, they are balloons with rice, filled with rice, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But if you don't have balloons or rice and you can't get them, you can make them out of socks. So these ones here, these are just one pair of socks, and I've tucked them up nice and tight and made them into a ball. And if I've got three of those, I've got 3 juggling balls. So anybody can make these and anybody can use these juggling balls to do at the first part of our circus unit. So let's get into it. Now these juggling balls here, these are really, really cool. They're really handy and they've got a few different things with them that make juggling really easy. One of which is that they're dense and they're squishy. So when you go to catch them, they don't bounce off your hand, all right, like a tennis ball would. They actually sort of mold more like a beanbag, which is really important. And the other thing is that it's covered in a balloon, which gives that sort of sticky, grippy feel as well, so it's easy to catch. And we are going to be catching with one hand while we juggle, so making it as easy as we can is going to help out as well. So let's get into it. Here's what you need for your juggling balls. You're going to need some balloons, just normal standard balloons. I use 3 balloons per ball, and I'll show you how it looks. You'll need some sort of funnel. Now, I didn't have a funnel at home, so I used something that I found in the garage. Anything with a funnel that you can stick the balloon on to make the rice go in a bit easier is going to help you. And then you need some sort of rice. So I've got brown rice here, and that seems to work pretty well too. So with your balloon, the first thing you need to do is blow your balloon up to make it nice and stretchy so more rice can fit into it. Now I've got a little bit of a fear with balloons popping when I blow them up, so excuse me while I close my eyes for a second. Alright, I survived. Okay, so that balloon, you can see it's a bit bigger than the other one because I've just blown it up. Once you've done that, you're going to open it up and stick the funnel in the opening so it looks like this. There we go. Once you've done that part, it's time to fill it up with rice. So just put a little bit in at the start, and you should see that the balloon starts to fill up with rice, but I've got a lot of rice in that funnel, so you need to pull it down a little bit and just stretch that balloon out. And I made quite a bit of mess doing this last time, so be careful that this balloon doesn't come off the funnel. Alright, fill it in until it's nice and full, and so it looks a similar size to the other ones you've been making. I might put just that a little bit more in. Alright. How's that look? I reckon that looks pretty good to me. Okay, flatten it out so it looks like a ball. Pull the nozzle out and then push all that rice down so it's a nice little round ball, and in that top bit there's nothing in there. What we're going to do is just tie that off so it locks all the rice inside. And there we go. Alright, there's one of our balls. But we're going to make this look nice and pretty like this one, and so we don't have that end bit on there. How we do that? we're going to leave the knot there. We're going to cut just above the knot and get rid of that bit there. Then we're going to grab another balloon, whatever colours you want. We're going to open that next balloon out. You can blow this one up as well to make it a bit easier to get in, or you can just work it over like what I am. You're going to poke that balloon in the top of the next one. This can be a little bit tricky. But once you've done that, you just make sure that there's no air bubbles down the bottom. And get that nice and round as well. And then you're going to cut off that whole top without tying a knot in it. So just cut that bit off and it'll look like this. So just squeeze it down. And you can leave it there if you want, but I like to make mine look a little bit prettier. So I'm going to choose another colour balloon to go on top. And I'm going to decorate this one by cutting holes in it, which is going to show the pink colour. So in your balloon, just grab a little bit, pair of scissors, and then just chop off a small, very small part of the balloon and keep working around that balloon, chopping off little bits in different places, and you'll see what happens when we put it all together. Go again. Alright, I'll go one more over here. I'm pretty excited about these juggling balls. Alright, there we go. So there's my holy balloon. I'm going to get this ball now. I'm going to put it on over this bit to cover up that top bit there and make it look nice and pretty. So I open up my balloon again. Be a little bit careful with this one because you've got holes in it, so you don't want to tear that balloon. And go over the top of this one, poke it in there, get it all the way down the bottom. There we go. And then with this top bit, you just cut it off just like the last one. So stretch him out and cut him off. And there we go. All right, and as you can see, it's a nice, pretty, different coloured ball, and it goes nicely with my other two balls. And right now, I've got my very own juggling balls that we can use to start learning how to juggle. So the first part of this PE lesson is to actually make our own juggling balls. This one was with balloons and rice. If you don't have balloons and rice, you can absolutely use socks. So make sure your socks are clean, get two together and put them together as tightly as you can, and that will do the same thing as a ball. It's just going to be a little bit bigger. So have fun with this one, guys. Now, these turn out really, really colourful, really cool, and you can use them for a heap of different things. So if you do make your own juggling balls, take a photo of them and send them through, because as you can see, they turn out really cool. Have fun with that one, guys, and I'll see you for the first lesson on how to juggle.